Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Stockholm. So, interestingly enough, this is about the story of where Stockholm Syndrome was coined. It says the absurd true story from 1973. It's a bank heist and hostage situation, and in which the New Yorker, created the term Stockholm Syndrome. So, I'm pretty excited to see it. 6.3 on IMDb, which isn't too bad, especially with some of the films that we watch together, right? Over 2,000 people have reviewed it, so that's good. It stars Ethan Hawke, Noomi Rapace, if I'm saying that right, Mark Strong is in it, and that's all I see right now. But I'm kind of excited. Looks pretty good. Hour and 32 minutes, can't go wrong with that. So let me get into it a little bit, see what it's really about, and let you know, give you a better idea of the synopsis, and tell you if it's worth watching or not. So stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Stockholm. Sorry no check-ins tonight, but it was moving along rather quickly for me. I was really immersed in the film and enjoying it, and I was like, oh, maybe I should check in and tell everybody what the plot's all about. But I didn't have much else to tell you, and when I went to pause it to look at it, 58 minutes had already gone by. So that's how entertaining it was. You're watching a film, you're thinking, and time goes by. So I think that's a positive note on this film. It's based on a true story. Now, for those of you who have seen my reviews before, there's some criteria I like for movies based on a true story. One is I really like when they say what happens after the movie ends. They give you a little blurb on the screen to tell you what's going on. That didn't happen. I like pictures of the real people they're portraying in this movie. That didn't happen. So a little disappointed there, especially with the way that this kind of ended. There's a little bit of information that I would have loved to have seen. Now, this is based on a true story, so some of the things that I'm going to tell you will not be a spoiler, in a sense. It would be to me because I had no idea what was going on. But real quick, so Ethan Hawke, who does a very good job in this movie. I like him as an actor. Seen him in all different kinds of things, and this one I really enjoyed. So he goes into a bank as though to rob it. And he takes two hostages, which turns into a third. The one hostage is Noomi Rapace. So she's there, there's another lady, then they find another guy in a closet, whatever. And the whole gig, and this all comes out in the beginning, is to break his buddy out of prison. So that's what it's all about. So he has them go to the, they're in Sweden, go to the Sweden prison and bring him in. And then it's like kind of like a comedy of errors. Now it's not like, I don't know if it's considered a comedy. I would doubt it. Let me look at it. But you know what I mean. So it's a so there is it is labeled as a comedy, but it's not over the top comedy. There are some funny things that make you laugh, but it's really the way that they did this whole thing is laughable, and that's the true story. The things that they did in order to try and make this heist, in a sense, work, along with a kidnapping and get away with it. So now it takes place in 1973, so you have to put yourself in that mindset as well. It's not today, so when they're asking for cars and stuff, that's how they got away. But back in that day, that's what they did anyway. So but it's laughable on what they did in all of this stuff, and but it's again based on a true story. So very, very interesting. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I was really paying attention. I like, as I mentioned, Ethan Hawke. I like Noomi Rapace. If I'm saying her name right, if not, I apologize. You know her from a lot of different things. I thought they did a phenomenal job in their roles. And, that part of the reason, or the reason, Stockholm Syndrome exists today. Or not the reason that exists, that term exists. And I wasn't 100% sure on what it was until I saw the film. I have an idea. Now you probably got it. Anyway, really good. I liked it. I think it's worth watching for good acting in it, for something that's based on a true story. Not disappointed in the end, because the end you can read online. You just look it up. It'll say, the bank drama, I think it was based on in the New Yorker or whatever, or the New York Times, one of those two. But it's all in there, so we know what happens. But there's pieces that are missing that I don't, like. And the other thing that I'm never quite sure of is how much is actually true and how much is actually false. I'm sure some of it might have been caught on surveillance, or I shouldn't say false, but embellished, if you will. You can imagine that a lot of it is, because there's no way to know unless they told word-by-word tales of what happened in the thing. So, again, I enjoyed it a lot. I think it's a movie worth watching. If you like bank heist movies, I think mainly if you like Ethan Hawke, I think you'll like this movie. I think he does a really good job, and he does a good job in a lot of his movies. But this one was another good one for him. So, hopefully I gave you enough information. Sorry again on no check-ins, but you got the idea of what the plot is. You didn't need me to check in and tell you, and hopefully I intrigued you enough to pull the trigger on this one when you get a chance and check it out. So, definitely worth watching, just for the acting alone. That's it. I think I'm starting to repeat myself, so I'll stop right there. If you do watch this film, leave me some comments. Let me know what you thought of the film. Love to hear from you. Like my, thumbs up thingy, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.